Hello, true art believers. This is Pierson here. It is day 55 of 100 days of drawing, and I am a little late to the party, but that's fine. We're doing fine. So, as long as I'm able to get it in for the day, I'm happy. It's a little late. Normally I don't draw this late, but we're going to try to get in a good 30 minutes, then call it a day because I got a lot of stuff that I got to do afterwards. I hope you enjoy the drawing that is going to be finished. It's not even going to be finished. It's going to get like kind of started. Anyways, have a wonderful. Why am I saying have a wonderful day? That means like goodbye, but I'm not going to say goodbye. We're not going goodbye. Okay, so let's go. All right, let's get this started on. Boom, nice little music going, nice little music. I want to kind of talk about what I'm doing, but we'll see what I can get going. So I made this little, I don't even have a nice still life. I just have like a simple little toy, and we're just going to see what we can get done in 25 minutes. I think I am going to try to go as fast as I can. I always say that, and then I always mess up. Right now, I need to look. Okay. We're at the phase where it's like, it's going to look like garbage. That's what it's going to look like for a while. And that's fine. That's fine. Right? Partially what's happening is the end of the day is where my brain is kind of like shutting down mentally. So when I'm trying to draw at this time of the day, I'm like, you're taking a huge gamble, Matt. You're taking a huge gamble trying to draw at night. You're going to be struggling. Fortunately, I'm not too tired, but I'm not really seeing what I need to be seeing, because I'm just jumping into the fire. Essentially, I haven't been. When I do these drawings, I've already kind of been drawing for 2 hours in the morning, and usually that gives me some time to kind of focus on looking at things. But because I don't know, I hit the snooze button, and then I just fell back to bed. I was like, I crashed. Like, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Of course I'm gonna crash. But like, man, it's like I woke up at 3 o'clock, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go, and then I for some odd reason I just went back to bed. Somehow I subconsciously crawled back in bed, and then I woke up later, and I was like, oh well, it's not even worth it now. So what sucks about that is, well, first off, I'm drawing later at night, and I don't like drawing late at night. I just don't. Maybe if I didn't have obligations throughout the day, or if I didn't have to get up early the next day, or I didn't have to work the next day, and like I could, or if I didn't have to wake up and do a litany of things that day, I'd be more inclined to be like, oh, all right, let's draw at night. I'm actually a night owl. I think a lot of artists are night owls, but the business world has forced me to kind of, I'm having this for some odd reason. See, I'm already struggling. So like I've been drawing this face here. Okay. The head is ginormous. It is really large. I probably should draw it smaller. So this is why I don't want to draw late at night, is because I'm so indecisive on my scale. So like literally the head, you got the head, and you got the hat. This little kid, this kid's got this hat that's like literally towering over his head, and like it's weird. So he's got this giant flipping hat, this giant hat. This toy has a head the size of a man's body. Like it's his head is the size of the body that he has. Actually, his head is the size of his body. For real. So his body so this is why I'm always messing up, because I'm trying to attach like these proportions with these figures. Like I'm trying to attach these proportions with these figures. Like, man, I can't do this. Okay. Let's focus. Let's really 20 minutes. I don't know. Where's my charcoal stick? I need my charcoal stick. There it is. I don't have the time to really get the proportions fully correct. Oh, I can't get the darn charcoal out of the grooves here. I have like this place where I hold my charcoal on the still life and it gets caught in these little bitty grooves. I'm thinking I made the toy's eyes a little too dark. It has like a little fleck of white right here, like a little glare. But I don't have my kneaded eraser with me. At least I don't know where. Oh, there it is. I like using the kneaded eraser for those little spots. Anyways. So I think I'm going to really develop the face and kind of see if I can suggest the rest of it. Like get the face kind of fleshed out a little bit, make it look kind of like nice in the lost and found area. So it's kind of lost, kind of found. Don't know. So it's going all right. It's I've gotten, I think I've during this like time of drawing these, I'm able to kind of at least get somewhere, um, get to a solution, not necessarily quickly, but like there's a moment of there's a big area of like doubt happening at the very beginning, like, oh my gosh, I just can't seem to get the proportions right. And it's exacerbated by the live stream aspects. Of the live stream is like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this here? How am I going to solve this drawing in the time frame that I have? And sometimes I don't, and that's always worrisome to me. So I always stress out about that. So I've been sometimes it pans out really well, sometimes it doesn't, you know. So sometimes it does really well, sometimes it doesn't do well at all, and you just kind of have to. So like this doesn't look like what I'm seeing. Like this is like this looks like a toy soldier, and and it really isn't. It's like he's like a, I think he's like a kid playing like a train man or whatever, like a train foreman or something. I don't know what you would call the actual name of them, but like he's definitely not what he looks like in here. But I do get kind of, I think the reason why is because these look like chin straps more than anything. There's certain times where I can see the kid's ears, you know, sometimes kind of they're popping out in the side there. Sometimes I can't see them, and it is what it is. So you know, you just kind of have to deal with that and hope that it looks kind of similar to what you're seeing. And you know, of course, you're not always going to get 100% accuracy every time. And especially when this is a 30-minute drawing. This is like a 25-30-minute drawing, and I can't expect miracles in that time frame, especially when it's not enough. Like this is a sketch. I would have to like if I were to do, if this was a longer drawing, 30 minutes would just be like really just establishing the under sketch and seeing and developing like those forms a little bit more thoroughly. But you know, at this point I really don't have that I don't have that luxury, you know. But they're challenging to do because you know they're just challenging little things to draw them. At least draw well. I don't think I've really exaggerated this well. You know. So there's this little thing going on here. I think I messed up. I think I overdid the hands on this side. His overalls actually go a lot lower. They go lower down, but I can't change that because I made those lines a lot really thick, so I can't change that. You know, I probably should darken this side, really darken the background to create the illusion of a darker contrast. So like what I like to do is a good little trick that I've seen people do often is the light side of the object, you want to make the background darker. The dark side of the object, you want to make that background a little lighter so that the contrast of the dark feels more vivid. You know, and I think that works. And probably I'm thinking about that now because I'm a little bit more awake. Half the time when I'm doing these drawings in the morning, I'm not. But it took me a while to, yeah. So see, just by doing that contrast pops it out, right? Simple. Just simple little tricks. I'm not really like the best at drawing. Like I'm pretty good if you give me a lot of time. I think anyone can be pretty good if you have a lot of time to draw. or like to spend on one drawing. Like, I mean, it's just by default, the more time you spend on a drawing, if you know what you're doing, you're gonna usually have a better return on your time investment, right? Another thing I've been doing is I've been playing around with using this a brush to kind of soften up edges. That's new to me. So this is something I haven't never really tried. So I think this whole drawing for 100 days thing has opened up some kind of new avenues for me, and I'm very appreciative of the fact that I've been able to do it. But it's been rough some days, like today. It's very hard to get in and do a drawing after, basically living life for the day. And when I say live life, I'm not meaning like, oh, I've been living it up going to Cancun or wherever. No, more like just like doing things that you got to do during the day, right? So it just so happens, right? This is one of those things, but it looks pretty cool. Like it's kind of got like this dark, ominous look to it. It's got this cast shadow here that I'm kind of omitting. And you got this shadow right here. So what the charcoal stick has really done for me is really forced me to kind of be a little bit more aggressive with my mark making, and it allows me to get the drawing done in a fashion, get it kind of finished in a more finished appearance because of the fact that I'm able to mass out these areas a little bit quicker. I mean, it's not like I choose to do this by choice. Like I wouldn't prefer to build up the value a little bit more subtly, slowly. But desperate times calls for desperate measures, right? So like this drawing needs a little bit of desperate measures. I'm desperate. I'm so desperate. I just want to get my drawing done. No, yeah. So this hand sucks. This hand sucks too. I think maybe by the 100th one that I've drawn, the 100th drawing that I've done with one of these characters will have a decent hand. I'm running out of little people to draw. I think they're called little people. So if someone could send me more little people to draw, that'd be greatly I would be super appreciative of that. They just mail me one and I'll draw it. I need to... I didn't get that hat right. It's there's a lot going on there that I really omitted. Like I compressed a lot of things. That's fine. This is one of those things, they can't all be winners, right? Every one of your drawings cannot be the best, right? There's always got to be ones that are kind of straggling behind. I'm going to make this a little bit darker. Oh boy. Yeah, so this just things I never really thought about doing before. Never thought about using a brush to kind of blend. I think what I might have a little bit more success with is some of these drawings is using a smoother paper. I think that might be something to kind of playing around with. or a better quality of textured paper. Like this is like a more of a cheaper generic, not generic brand, it's a Dick Blick brand. It's not a bad brand to use for if you're on a budget like me, but you know, I might have to level up and decide to use like a Strathmore, a Canson brand, where they have a little bit. Their paper it's textured, but it's a consistent texture. So sometimes like when this brand will give you a really nice sheet of paper, then the next one's like feels like it's a grit that is of denser quality, or denser and grittier than the previous paper pages. I'm like, wow, this is a very intense. So this is something I've never thought about doing. So I'm going to try to blend this background into a tone, like a little smoother tone right here. So it's more of a. So technically, I have 5 minutes because yeah, technically I have 5 minutes. So I'm happy that I was able to get this in working order. Things are off. That's fine, you know. For a 30-minute drawing that has some blending techniques into it, I think that's pretty good. You know, I mean, of course, there could be things that are better. Like there's things that are off, obviously, because I didn't spend a lot of time doing a lot of adapting and correcting the forms. So like, if you have a lot of time on your hands, like you can correct certain things that you're off on. Like I know there's a lot of things off on this drawing, but for a 30-minute drawing, you can't spend that amount of time making those corrections. You just can't go around like, oh, I need to tweak this, I need to tweak that. If I don't, it's not going to look good. It has like a. I'm gonna see what this looks like. He has like a white pocket. I don't know if I'll leave that. Well, let's leave it anyways. Or maybe we'll soften it up. Yeah, so this is very new to kind of soften up the areas. And I think I'm going to start doing this more often. I think I'll do a generic background and just play around with the contrast. You know, like really pump up the contrast on it and then soften it up with a brush. If I'm able to get to this point in the drawing where things are really kind of locked in, right? I rather like drawing at night. This is much better. Although it's harder to get to doing it because it completely kind of destroys my evening, even though I don't really have much to evening. All right. Well, that is 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes. I'm gonna clean my hands right quick. So it turned out pretty good. It's not great. You know, I'm not going to be like, I always say this each time. I think after each one of these drawings, I'm always like, it's not great, but it's not bad. I'm not gonna go around bragging about it. You know, it's like I think I've said that like 50 times now. Like, it's a thing. I do like, although I need to fix it. I don't know if I can. Let's fix this. I lost somehow through all the shavings. I lost some of the highlights. So let's get those highlights back in there. I want those. Really push that contrast. That's probably too much, but that's fine. And I want to get this back too. And there's this right here. And then there's this here. I want to push a little bit. And maybe get this back in, push that in there. There we go. Get that chiaroscuro action going on. Shoulder is higher. I want to even up the shoulder on this side, because I want it to kind of balance out on the right side. All right, I think that's it. Turned out pretty good. It turned out pretty good. I am not disappointed with it. I like it, and it's got that dark. It's probably because it's really dark right now. Anyways, it was a good drawing time. I didn't mind it. I liked what happened with it. I think I did a pretty good job on how much time I had. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you like how this turned out, but I got to get going. Cheers. Pierson out.